And Giggity Race fans, how's it going, everybody? I'm Ice0517. I got K Taddy with me, Noco, Grim, and NRG all joining me in the booth tonight. We have the Dash at Daytona coming up. We have custom setups tonight. Custom cars. The league changed the rules now. Every car is going to be custom. So with that, Taddy, go ahead and take it away.
Uh, Real quick, am I good to send these invites out? Get these guys going? Are you
Give me
holding
just a
steady
second.
on YouTube?
Well, we made it further than we ever did last night, so I think
All right.
we'll be all right. I think we'll be good.
All right,
Also
you guys
live.
can accept those invites.
Dash is live,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Dash
you guys
still
can
live, but
accept the
yeah,
invites.
yeah.
Somebody
I'll
send
send
me
you
one.
I
Yeah.
got you.
So
Yeah.
we went to custom numbers. Each manufacturer or each captain now has been appointed a set of 10 numbers. For example, I run the Underdog Racing team, and I have the numbers 30 through 39 for my custom cars. Every car that you see on a track with the 3 in front of it is going.
Hang on, Taddy. I had to go accept that invite.
Oh, you're good.
All right, go ahead and continue from where you were.
So I have the 30s. Any car with a 3 in front of it's going to be one of the Underdog cars. I don't have any in the dash. However, Noco's got quite a few. So any of the cars with a 4 in front, those are going to be Team Noco. I believe there's RJ Smitty in here in a 20 something. And we have Arcam's group, the Canuck Racing, in the 50 plus numbers. As I'm loading in, I don't know if y'all are in there yet.
Yep. I just got loaded
underway.
up.
I'm getting in
Here we
now.
go.
I can't wait.
As
can't
we
wait
are
to see
underway already.
what our guys from NoCo Racing can do out there, man. Like Taddy said, my drivers are in numerical order of 40s. So any car you see out there with the 4 in front of it is one of my team cars. So I'm excited.
They were 3 wide off turn 2, but they're starting to get single file here, but that ain't gonna last long with such a short race.
You know, NRG, you're pretty new to this, and to anybody that happens to catch on watching, as I see we have 7 people watching live already. Thank you to Gavin Rogerson, that's Creed, Michael Williams, Buck. The way that we run our dash here, there's no tire wear, there's no stages. This is just a straight race. I believe there's 6, 7 of these guys. Top 2 finishers are advancing to tonight's event, so there's a lot on the line for these guys. You know, this is probably about 2-hour race that they're trying to get into, and they only have, I think, 20 laps to 18 laps, something like that, to get in there. It's all or nothing at this point, you know, and so I look for some exciting racing here in the dash, and a great track to have it.
Oh, definitely, absolutely. As we see here, NoCo Racing, they've hooked up now with Jake and Mike, both respectively in their cars, and it looks like we got the Fords on the outside. They're trying to get that outside line working, and as the 44 gets into was that the 9 or the?
That's a 51.
That was the 51 of Dark Knight. I was practicing with these 2 Fords earlier, the Canuck group, Edtho and Dark Knight. They've been working together pretty good all day, and they got quite a bit of speed. That outside line with just 2 and 2, though, it's really hard to make it work.
Yeah, it is.
You can see them
And
all tucking
eventually,
up here.
I mean, you're racing for a spot in the race, you know, going on at 7 o'clock tonight. Eventually, with laps wind down, yeah, you want to take your teammate with you, but I mean, you're more worried about yourself, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in that position, if I'm riding in P3, coming off 4, I'm doing everything I can to get to P2 to advance. Quite frankly, I hope my teammate helps push me there, but I don't really care whether or not he makes it, because I know at that point you're kind of only one of us is going to make it, and I'd rather it be me.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
And there's a wreck off of 4 there, or 2.
That was actually Dark Knight, guys. He got spun out down the back.
Unfortunate break.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
And there goes pretty much.
was that a lag wreck?
I don't know.
Like,
Mike went below the apron. Mike and the 44 went below the apron and came back up the track and got into the 2 of Cowboys. So
Yeah, it looked like he did hit the apron, and that's another thing that's going to be treacherous
And that
all night
apron, you
tonight.
know, and we talked about that in NASCAR Heat 3. When you hit the apron down there, the car would just turn around. In Heat 4, what I've noticed when you hit the apron on these super speedways, it just shoots the car right up the track.
Yep.
We'll see if maybe those guys can hook up again and maybe catch the front two.
Yeah, I wish I knew how many laps were left, because if those two cars in third and fourth want any chance of catching back up there, they need to work together.
I mean, if you're Ed though right now, you absolutely, especially seeing that the two cars up front, they're both teammates. They're probably in a chat together, I would imagine. If I'm
Yeah.
those guys, you got nothing to contend with. If I'm Mike, I'm just going to ride behind Jake here the whole time. There's no reason to try to pass him. You're both in a passing spot. If you're Ed, though, you're praying for help. You're helping 2, 3 of the guys behind you line up, and you might be backing off right now to try to get that help and maybe make a 3, 4 car pack to try to get back caught up.
That would be
I
more
mean,
exciting that way.
yeah, I mean, he's going to do nothing with it being just him. You know, these dashes, though, another good end of this is, especially with, you know, Noko being in here, myself being in here, a couple captains, you know, a few other drivers, you know, you're running into Night Race Energy, and you kind of get to see what these guys have. You know, I know they're your teammates as well, but you can see what they got and which one's better at pushing, maybe. As Mike looks like he's struggling to stay on the back of Jake, you know, maybe Jake would be the better pusher, you know. It's something that'll help you view tonight's racing.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in here I've never raced before. We did a short kind of half team practice earlier, but it's going to be a lot of new faces out there tonight, so it's going to be a learning curve, probably for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people join in Giggity over the last few days, so there's a lot of new faces from what I've been told.
Yeah, it's definitely blowing up. We got a lot of new drivers, not a lot of untapped talent out there, and that I'm so excited to see him. As you know, a good example would be that 40 car right now, Jake. He's one of my drivers that I just picked up, and this is the first time I've actually been able to see him on the track. So it's really promising to see him hold a really good line here at Daytona, and I just can't wait to see what he does in Xfinity throughout the season.
I do feel terrible for them 4 cars behind these guys right now. They were battling out. There was some good racing there for a couple laps, and that apron, you know, hopefully we don't see too much of that tonight. You want to protect the bottom, but at the same time, you want to stay a little far off it and hope that the person behind you doesn't, you know, either get shoved or get his nose underneath you, and you know that can potentially wreck a lot of cars. And hopefully, you know, we see some patience. I didn't expect to see too much patience with this dash here, but yeah, I feel for them guys that got involved in that wreck.
Yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate. It happened last time in our last dash race. You know, turn 1, lap 1, everybody wants to go for those 2 spots, and you know, that's just, I don't know, man. That's just the name of the game with the dash races. You get the top 2 advance, and everybody knows that there's no cautions. It kind of turns into a free-for-all, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you hate to see it happen. Another thing to throw out here real quick is I know Edtho and Dark Knight for sure that they have been practicing all day, and I would imagine, you know, probably Jake and Mike have also. Is Mike struggling here? He got down on the apron again. Looks like he made some contact with Jake's rear end. Anyways, these guys, you have to remember, they don't get to run custom setups with us very often. These guys are all Xfinity drivers, and our Xfinity series does not do custom setups. So as far as the Giggity Racing League, you know, this is a lot of these guys' first stab at a custom setup with our guys.
You know, I noticed when we were doing that short practice race that Ed and Dark Knight, they were hooked. They were on rails around this place. I thought they would be pretty hard to beat in this, and you know, they probably would be if you know, they hadn't got tangled up there.
is it's looking pretty good as the NOCO Motorsports will probably have an extra 2 drivers here in the Cup Series tonight. So, I mean, barring any incidents, things could still happen as we've seen Mike get pushed down below the apron a couple times already. How's that making you feel, NOCO? Your first run on a Wednesday as you were unable to make Sunday's racing, and now you'll have a little extra teammates here for a big drag track like this.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I know we unloaded off the hauler this weekend really fast. We made some adjustments as a team together, and I'm sure that in race trim, our cars, they're trimmed out with enough downforce and enough speed that, you know, we're going to be there at the end.
You're probably hoping that the finishing results of tonight are just like this dash, where it's just your 2 cars only in contention. As I'm seeing, this one car looks a lot like another car we'll see tonight.
I'm hoping, yeah. It was a surprise. I was pretty stoked about that. I'd say that's pretty cool, man. You know, we're gonna rocking the Ally scheme on another car. He's actually in the Xfinity series. That's his Xfinity car, actually. That's his same.
That's
scheme
funny.
for Xfinity.
So he actually, you had no idea that he run the same scheme as you? I was thinking y'all done that together or something.
Well, I put my scheme up in the chat, and he decided he wanted to run it for the Xfinity series, and I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of how Kyle Busch did back in the mid 2000s when he was with Hendrick and he ran the Lowe's shop back nation, or at that time Busch series car.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure how many laps are left, but I'm imagining we're probably winding down here.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to mention this is only 4%, correct?
This is 7%, so it should
7%.
be probably anywhere from 14 to 18 laps. But I'd imagine they've probably done 10 to 12 of them at this point.
Heck, I didn't realize that. I don't know how far. Yeah, I wish that 3rd and 4th place car, there was that many laps left. They should have gotten together and tried to catch these 2 guys. There was plenty of laps left.
Yeah, they could have even, maybe instead of trying to just the 2 of them could have even backed up further and tried to get a 3rd, 5th place car. And if there's that many laps, you're looking at gaining a 2nd or so. That probably is the end.
Whoa! I was gonna say, yeah.
And it looks like that's the case. So the 2 NOCO racing drivers of Jake, I don't know, I'm not even going to take an attempt at spelling the end of that, and Mike 99 advance into the Daytona 500. Stay tuned, everyone. We have a 500-mile race tonight with damage on, completely custom setups, complete custom paint schemes, as this will be your guys' first look at our new cars. With that, everybody's getting ready to head to their car and get ready for their single car qualifying here in about 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Tune in, guys. We'll be getting them all fired up and ready to go racing here at Daytona for the season opener of the Elite Custom Cup Series at Giggity Racing League.
You can end it too.